So I got my job recently. It's actually in this book when I got it. I've been roughly working a couple of weeks now, and I've gotten one pay. I'm expecting another pay, I think, this next week. And I must say that it's actually quite a good job. I like it so much, and I just hope that I impress someone enough for them to want to keep me on after the first stage is ended. If I could have that as my job, I wouldn't need any other job. But I don't know if I'll get to keep it, but it's actually a pretty good job. It's making me feel good. I feel empowered now that I'm trolling through specific hours to make some real money. And I'm happy. So today, when my shift was over, I was so happy it was over because I was sort of starting to chuck a hissy fit over the fact that I didn't want to work it anymore. But I kept through it. It was only my 8 hours. You can do up to um, 6, 7, 8, 11 hours in a day. But I didn't do the 11 hours because I'm not living by myself, and whoever I live with thinks if you do too many hours, you're weird because you're not doing anything else but working, apparently. Um, but if I were living by myself, I'd be going through to those 11 hours because it's all money. Money talks, money walks. Um, but yeah, I was very excited that I was working because I haven't worked in such a long time, and I was like, such a good job for me. But it is a bit taxing. I mean, yesterday I strained my shoulder, and I haven't even bothered to put deep heat on it or anything. But because I was sitting at the computer, I strained my shoulder, and that strain ran up my neck, and now it's like I've got a shoulder neck strain sort of thing, and I'm like, I don't know how I managed to do that, but it was the way I was sort of sitting and leaning over. I tend to play with my phone when I'm working, so I'm sort of leaning in a kind of diagonal kind of way, bit away from the screen, and then it's like, oh, I need to read something off it, and so I don't know. Somehow I just strained my shoulder. Like right now, I'm straining my neck to just be in this sitting position while looking at this number page. But I'll just say that I'm so happy that I have it. Like, I hate not working, and I'm not working a lot. You know, a lot of times I just sitting on the byline, waiting for a job, and um, I don't work a lot. You know, and I'm like, then a job never comes and stuff. So, you know, I'm sort of struggling on that byline. So, but now that I have this job, I can do whatever I like. If it lasts a long time, that'd be great. And I can be like, I'm free. But if it doesn't, I'll be like, I'm screwed. Yeah. I'm trying to wait for everyone to go to bed so I can have a shower. I was just about to have a shower, but then they're like still stomping around. This house has really great acoustics, and I'm like, oh, I've had it, but yesterday I went to bed at like 10. I was totally asleep, and I didn't do my shift properly. I'm supposed to go to bed at 12, or go to sleep at 12, but I was like totally asleep, and then it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, ooh, what happened to my shift? I must have, I have to sit up. I must have fallen asleep sometime between 11 and 12, you know. which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is when you're missing some work. Every time, yeah, anyway, what was I talking about? I had to go to fix up my phone. Oh, yeah, I was talking about like going to sleep. I fell asleep way too early, didn't end my shift properly, and then I woke up at like 1:30 and going, oh, what happened to my shift? But so I'm trying not to go to bed too early, but it's sort of what I want to do, especially since I've worked all day. I guess tomorrow I can do some computer work. When I have the computer in this study over here, it'll be so good because at the moment I can't do any camming because the computer's in the middle of the lounge, and I'm like, ew. I wish I had my computer to myself so I can do what I want, talk on the phone to whoever I want, get up to some naughty business. It's not that naughty. But yeah, I'm really happy that I have a job finally, because you feel like not just relief, you feel like you can do anything, and you just want that feeling to continue on, because there's nothing worse than not being able to live the life you want because you don't have enough money, which is what I've encountered over and over again, many times all over. And I would just hope that this job can fulfill me, but it probably won't. It'll probably move on, and then I'll have to move on with it. But while I have it, I feel like I can even live by myself again. And I'm like, I really should do that before there's any kind of wild storm visits the area. I'm lucky I haven't met it already. But anyway. But yeah, I just like ended the shift today, and everyone like online goes, "Oh, thanks guys, you've done a wonderful shift." Like everything's like really cheery and positive, and it's like how you feel too. It's like you haven't just ended a shift, you also like just completed a shift, and that sort of makes you feel good. And so the shift hasn't just ended, you've also completed it, and you're like, yay. And you're like going, yay, I'm done for the day, and I've fulfilled what I've was needing to do today. And yeah, all rewards from there. So it's not just money, it's also for fulfillment. You've told yourself, yes, you're going to do it, and you did it to the end, and it's like, yeah, you can cheer yourself over that. It's a really good accomplishment, well done. And this was a pretty grueling week with quite long hours, and next week is going to be less grueling, because I shortened the hours for next week, because I don't know why I did that. I should always do it like 9 to 5 sort of thing, but for some reason I did like 9 to 2, and so a lot of my shifts are like 9 to 2 after Tuesday. But I'm gonna probably book them 9 to 5 in the future, I guess. And then if I want to move somewhere, I'll move on the Sunday of whatever week. So, but it's not going to be next week, and it's probably not going to be the week after. And so by the time I have everything thought out, I might even be eligible for a townhouse that's on the market. So yeah, nothing's cheap right now. So I'm like, not even thinking about picking up the cheap rentals because there's none. You're like, I should have taken up these other cheaper ones, but I didn't, and I'm sort of biting myself over it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll just see how things go. But like I was gonna say, I'm just so happy I have a job. It's like so good, makes me feel so much better.